Are we on? I think we are live. Nice. I think we're live. Perfect. We are live. Welcome back to the Game Experience live call-in show, where every Saturday night at 8 p.m. we go live and we open it up for a call-in. So as we fire in, I will just go through a few adjustments on my end because I'm also about to go live on Instagram, but I just want to make sure everything is good to go. And let's just go here, live calling show. Bear with me. So, 20, it's not that one, that's the wrong video. Let's get out of here. Are we on? No, that's the wrong one. Give me a moment. Cool. Well, we're on. That's all I needed to do. Perfect. Cool. Nice. And we are on. So, I open up tonight to go into the live call-in show as we go back to Twitter, and we will get onto the Mattman conspiracy. So the other week I done part 1 and part 2 I think come out yesterday. So there's a guy that I'm actually following on Twitter, or X, call it X. So it's now called X. So the show was this week on Twitter, but now since it's called X, this week on X, we go back to part 2. That's right. We go back to part 2. And so before I open it up, I am going to just jump over into my, where am I going to go? Okay, why have I got you there? I don't want you there. All right. Cool. That is my... All right. So we're just going to go live. And we're going to go live on Instagram just to get some people over from Instagram. But anybody that's in the chat there, I noticed that there's a few people on. One of them could be me. There could be a couple that's me because I do have this open on the other end. So, yeah, I welcome anyone to just come over onto the chat and jump in, say hello, say whether you can hear the audio. And for the month of November as well, I'm doing it. Movember. Yes, doing Movember. And I'm running. See, this doesn't even show that I'm live on here. Let's get a refresh. Just so it shows that we're live. There we go. Boom. We're live. We're live. So let's get the intro fired away. So welcome to the Game Experience live call-in show. This is the Mattman Conspiracy Part 2. As we go over to Twitter, aka X. We go back over to the Matthew Perry conspiracy of proof Perry did not die of a random heart attack. And it was either suicide or murder. And as you can see, I have we've got Rick. We got Rick jumped onto the live. I've just started the show, Rick. Over on YouTube, live streaming this week on Twitter as we go into the Matthew Perry Conspiracy Part 2. So I'm only going to keep the Instagram live on for a little bit. Anybody that wishes to jump over, like Rick, that's over there in the live stream on Instagram, the details are over on my link tree. And that is in the bio. You know, it's very hard getting these streams up and running. It can be quite technical. You pretty much need a crew. You pretty much need a crew of people, I tell you. So again, we just keep this Instagram live just going for a little bit, just to get. You know, I'm actually shadow banned quite bad over there on Instagram, and depending on what I've spoken about throughout the day, on my stories, it can get pushed to the side. I'll just say this. That post 2020, that there was sections of, I think, military or military military, not surveillance, but like military. So this is what they reckon. They reckon that parts of the military was deployed as an intel operation, because after the Iraq War, that they had all of that, like this intel technology, and they had all of this stuff that they had not that they had no use for, but they just had all of this stuff. And so anyway, long story short, they just literally deployed it onto the people. They heavily surveillanced and just messed up people's social media. Like they spied on people, basically. That's probably the best way to put it. They literally, the Australian military, parts of the Australian military spied on the Australian people because of what they were saying and talking about, which is so bizarre. Like, they go on about freedom of speech, and post 2020, you weren't allowed to talk about what was going on in your neighborhood. You had to listen to some governing body that nobody voted in from the other side of the world to tell you what was going on, which was strange. You couldn't go outside and talk about it. So I've been heavily shadow banned. I've only just been able to get my lives back. Speaking of lives, let's cut the Instagram one because it doesn't seem like it's actually happening over there. So let's actually get into the show and get fired away and get this rolling. So let's jump over onto the thread. So there's been a couple of other parts to this as well. So it's probably going to show. Okay, so this is part one. Let me just find part two. Yep, because I think he wants a bit of an update. Let's actually go. Let's just go to his thing. I just welcome anybody that's over there watching the stream to get involved in a live chat as well. And say hello. Okay, here we go. Okay, so thread 1, conspiracy part 2, the one with the sacrifice. In this thread, I will break down every possible conspiracy surrounding Matthew Perry's death from the Can you read that word? I'm not going to say it. To Epstein and everything in between. But by the end, you'll realize it was a ritualistic sacrifice. Oh my God. It was a ritualistic sacrifice. How wild. I found this pretty spooky. Wow. We get it. Just a quick update here. I can see the that there is. I know that I'm on here, but there might be one more person. But just a quick audio check if anyone can hear, just to make sure that the audio and the sound is quite good. So as we go into thread 2, before you proceed, you must first read part 1 of the Perry conspiracy, where I laid it out, indisputable evidence that Perry knew he was going to die. This should prove beyond a reasonable doubt he was signaling to us he knew what was coming. Wow. Anybody that wants to go and see part 1, that was last week's show. So I welcome those to go and check the live section on, what's that there? I'm just going to actually just jump back. I'm going to go back onto the Instagram live feed again and just keep it streaming for a little bit. I wish we could share the screen. I wish we could link up. That'd be good. Okay, cool. So let me check that. All right. Well, looks like whoever's in the watching doesn't want to jump on the chat. You can actually jump out, jump back in, and it actually gives you the live chat where it actually comes up. But anyway, cool. Alrighty. So, okay. All right. So as I was writing part 2, I realized a lot of people would have a tough time jumping from suicide to murder. So I added a separate thread about selling your soul in Hollywood and music. To understand what I'm about to write, you should read that too before you proceed. Okay, so there's one here, Tommy G, Soul Singers. I actually just going to sort of blitz on through this part. I'm not actually going to show it. Okay, so then he's wrote thread 4. Okay, good. Now you should, actually, I'll go back to this one here. So we can see this one here. So this one here, it sort of explains who may have sold their soul. Certain celebrities. Actually, not celebrities, musicians. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go. Thread 4. Okay, good. Now you should be all caught up. All I need you to accept is that 1, Perry was talking to us through his IG, Instagram. 2, he was desperate for fame. 3, he went down a dark path. 4, good innocent people make pacts with the devil for fame. If we are there, let's move forward. Now follow me. Thread 5. In this thread, there are obviously going to be some reaches, as in any thread of mine, but be aware that what is a reach for you is a certainty for someone else. Also, what fun would these threads be if we didn't get a little weird, right? Try to stay with me till the end. One thing you can't do is stop. Okay, let's just keep going, champ. Thread 6. I know, believing the lovable. Okay. I know believing, I was just trying to read believing. And I feel a little bit silly because I couldn't spit that out right, but I was just making sure I was about to read and say it the right way. I know believing the lovable Chandler, Bing selling his soul. Goddamn, Americans Americans are good with their English and their grammar, and being an Australian, our grammar's different. I know believing the lovable Chandler, Bing, selling his soul, and his friends' castmates being in a satanic cult may seem like an insane reach. But I'm certain if you finish this, you will get something, if not a lot, out of it that may sway you. Let's head down the rabbit hole. So anyone that's just over there on the Instagram live, in the my bio in Linktree is a link for the live stream on YouTube. So I'm live streaming on YouTube, hence the green screen on the Instagram live video. If you want to jump on over as I go down the rabbit hole of it, the Matthew Perry conspiracy, live streaming on YouTube. So let's go. Let's head down the rabbit hole. I actually don't mind that photo. Let's save it. It can. Let's just. There we go. Just saved it because I think it's unreal. I can use it for next time. Cool. All right. So now I need to take you back 5 years to where the Friends Satanism thing started. It was when known and beloved chef Anthony Bourdain, who was as connected as anyone in Hollywood, got a little loose-lipped about the Clintons. Stay with me. It ties back to Perry. So, actually, I want this one here. Let me get out of that. Okay, cool. All right. Alrighty. Let's keep going. Thread 8. We know what happens when you get loose-lipped about the Clintons. Maybe I shouldn't be saying the name. You get unalived or unlived, unalived. Well, Anthony wasn't just getting loose-lipped. He was launching effing grenades at the Clintons, calling Bill. I don't want to use all these words, so I'm just going to highlight the words that I don't want to say, because I've got to be careful on my channel. I've got so many strikes. So he was launching effing grenades at the Clintons, calling Bill this word. And his GF was one of Weinstein's first accusers. Take 60 seconds to watch. Let's watch.
Against the then president.
I hate this creepy music.
SF Gate, Anthony Bourdain criticized Bill and Court by SF Gate, Anthony Bourdain criticized Bill and Hillary Clinton for how they handled accusations of sexual harassment that rocked the White House in an interview just 3 months before his death. On Sunday, in a posthumously
you want to jump over to the live YouTube stream, you can
Bill Clinton
through the link
entitled
on Instagram.
Rapey, gropey, grabby, and disgusting. Bourdain went on to accuse the Clintons of screamingly apparent hypocrisy and venality for their treatment of the women who came forward with the allegations against the then president of the...
I can't stand that music. I don't know why people put that stupid backdrop music on. You get them on the reels all the time. Actually, I don't know why my headphones don't work through that TV. Doesn't matter. Okay, thread 9. 3 months into his exposing of the elites, Anthony Bourdain was found hanging from his belt in a hotel room. Of course, the cover story was drugs and depression, and they procured a whole Hollywood-level story after his death to make it look like suicide, as they usually do. Cover it up. Thread 10. So how's this tied to Friends? Well, Anthony wasn't just exposing the Clintons. He was exposing everyone. And just 30 days before his murder, he posted a tweet which sent the conspiracy world into tailspin, claiming the Friends cast would chant "Hail Satan" during breaks. During the commercial breaks for Friends, the entire cast would chant "Hail Satan, Hail Satan." Little known fact, I saw it the internet. I saw it the internet. I have no idea what that was. I saw it the internet from Earth, 2018. thread 11. So anyone over there on the chat, I welcome you to jump in. If we do a sound check, say hello. It is a live call-in show. I welcome people to chime in. This seems like a very odd poster drop in the midst of a 90-day tirade exposing the Hollywood. Let's just highlight these two words. You know, I had a guy called Dale Holmes coming on my show, and I couldn't YouTube wouldn't allow me to upload the video, and I don't know why. I don't know whether it was because of his name, but I ended up getting around uploading it, and then from uploading it, I ended up getting 2 strikes, and every second word that this guy used was that word. And he just doesn't shut up. He just doesn't shut up. It's just so the dark satanic pedophile network of Australia. It keeps going on about it. All starts. That's where it all starts. All of the truthers. Well, anyway, so let's play this. Is this a video? No, it's not. Anyway, on the subject of Dale, he got a scam running off his Telegram, and I went to tell him about it, and I don't think he seems to care. So I like it how people can have a Telegram thing, and they start to sell you stuff where you pay for their sovereignty. It's like join my group. I'll tell you everything I know. You gotta be sovereign. You gotta get out of it, but you have to pay for it. So I find that funny. Anyway, 12. Back to the French chants. There was a weird scene I found when researching the reunion episode. Joey mentions how he broke his arm in an episode, and it was the only episode we didn't do the huddle. If Bourdain is right, the huddle is a satanic chant. Stay with me.
Because I don't want anything else falling off me.
One thing that we did every show that we didn't do that night before we started.
Our huddle.
And we didn't do it
We
that
didn't do
night.
it. We didn't do the huddle. We didn't do it?
That's the one time we didn't do it.
Why didn't we do it?
I don't know. why we
Really?
didn't.
That's right. Because we were sort of like, yeah, you know what? We're taking too long. The audience has been waiting, and let's just go. I think that's why we didn't do it.
Really?
Because, well, it was sort of early on. It wasn't
It was
like...
very early on.
And then after that, we were like, do we need to do the huddle? And he'd say, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Because I don't want anything else falling off me. Yeah.
We do need to do the huddle.
After that, we always did it.
One thing that we did every
Is
show
the
that we didn't do
is the audio
that night
okay?
before we
I just want to
started.
make sure that the audio is coming
We didn't
through
do it.
okay.
We didn't do the huddle. We didn't do it?
That's the one time we didn't do it.
Why didn't we do it?
I don't
And
know.
Really? That's right.
showing that there's a couple of people here on the on the chat, so I just want to get a confirmation if someone can just say yes. The audio off the audio off the video clips on Instagram is actually X is actually working. Yeah, wow. It's funny how this is all being exposed. Now, I pride myself on logic and instincts. Hence, now these rabbit holes happen. There is something really wrong with this next video. The cast goes to show where they did the huddle, and in every huddle there is a prayer or cheer. So what's wrong with this scene?
Where we did the huddle.
Right here. Let's go. Straight down to this purple door. We did the huddle right here.
Yeah.
Right around here. Come on, let's do the huddle. Come on.
Wait, you mean we?
Where we did the huddle.
Right here. Let's go. Straight down to this purple door. We did the huddle right here.
Yeah.
Right around here. Come on, let's do the huddle.
Okay. Thread 14. I want you to notice a few things. 1, they met in front of the purple door. As most of you know, the color purple is very important amongst the Cabal, but a purple door represents a witch that lives there so a witch lives there who does dark magic, and on the purple door was an all... Let's have a look. So on the purple door...
Where we did the huddle.
Right
Let's
here.
go.
Let's go. Straight down to this purple door. We did the huddle right here.
Purple door.
Right around. Yeah. Come on, let's do the huddle. Come on.
Wait, you mean we?
Where we did.
Okay. Well, they did say over there by the purple door, but they didn't show a purple door. Okay, let's just... A purple door is a door to open mindless, institutional, and... Let's have a look. A purple door is the door to open mindedness, intuition, and awakening of the subconsciousness. It often represents the homestead of a witch or practitioner of magic who understands higher levels of consciousness and how to live a prosperous life beyond monetary gain. Folklore reminds us a home with purple door means a witch resides inside. So if anyone sees a purple door, just remember that's where a witch lives. Thread 15. Yeah, pretty proud of myself there. Now the second part of that scene is weirder in that every huddle was either a prayer or chant. Why cut the chant prayer out of the clip? Wouldn't you want the audience to hear you say the good team moment or prayer? Watch it cut out.
Wait, you mean we?
Okay. Yeah, it's all getting super weird. Okay, here we go. And the weirdest part, 3, Phoebe freaks out. If you notice, as they are about to do the chant, Phoebe panics and goes, wait, you mean we... As if to say, wait, you mean we're going to show this? No, Phoebe, the editing crew will make sure to cut right before it.
Wait, you mean we?
Yes, I suppose when you see it, you see it. Okay. Thread 17. Not to mention there are about 500 different mentions of Satan in the show, but those can just be shrugged off as Phoebe's character being a witch, which he was. There's also some weird, creepy foreshadowing in a few of the Friends scenes, which most oddly lack context and seem forced. In the movies, they call it foreshadowing. What's foreshadowing? The act of providing vague advance indications representing beforehand. Okay. Spot on there, Tommy. Thread 18. Here are a few of the most cringeworthy scenes foreshadowing Perry's death. Yes, they could be coincidences, but some of us don't believe in those. 1, Chandler says, I die first. Monica calls Chandler her drowning moron. 3, Chandler mentions dying alone drowning.
Been together, the 6 of us, in such a long time.
What are you talking about? We're all together right now.
Mon, Chandler's not here.
Oh, dear God.
Well, what do you know? I guess I'll be the one who dies first.
Been together, the 6...
Well, he did just literally say that.
A far off off wonderment. Okay, we'll gaze into our future, and we'll think about our marriage and the days to come. Chandler, what is the matter with your face? Wait, this picture is supposed to say Geller and Bing to be married, not local woman saves drowning moron. Hey, don't laugh at him. He's my drowning moron. That's it, take it.
Great, Rachel's gonna keep kissing guys until she finds the one she wants, and I'm gonna die alone.
By drowning or?
Oh wow.
Great, Rachel's gonna keep.
Well, look,
kissing
props
guys
to
until...
props to this guy for actually finding these. Okay, 19. Oh, I forgot one. This one I believe is the strangest. So there's a whole episode about Chandler taking a bath. Remember, he died in a hot tub. But that's not that weird on the surface. But the fact he's dreaming about drowning, maybe. Super weird. Thread 20. And you wouldn't have a creepy murder/death without a foreshadowing from the show's most notorious for predicting the future, The Simpsons. In Perry's only line in Simpsons history, it is followed by Maggie asking about suicides, and Marge emphasizes murder-suicides.
Hey, Cha-Cha, I got more...
Oh, let's try Matthew Perry.
Yeah, could I be any more of a house?
Who else we got?
Hey, Cha-Cha, I got more features than a NASA relief map of Turkmenistan.
Isn't that the voice that caused all those suicides? Murder-suicides. Oh, let's try Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. 21. Guess what episode that was? Halloween episode. Treehouse of Horrors. Perry died on Halloween weekend. They did it again. That exits us from the normie portion of our thread and into the dark demonic portion. But first, let's cover the many theories floating about. It's a conspiracy, man. Well, I don't like dark. I really don't like dark. It creeps me out. Oh my God. Yeah, look. Okay. Yep. Okay. Thread 22. One of the theories on the right is the Epstein list. Many claim that Perry was on the original Epstein flight logs and was killed to be silenced. There's a direct tie to Rachel Chandler, the girl at the forefront of the Epstein drama, and Rachel Chandler connection friends. Yeah, that's creepy as shit. 23. Oddly enough, there's been an insane string of information and breaking news regarding sex trafficking busts, underground tunnels, and Epstein of late. It's literally exploded to 2020 levels over the past few weeks. Did Perry know something and need to be disposed of? 24. Although the Epstein thing tracks, it's too flimsy to base a whole case on and too long to explain. Follow Liz Cronkite for the info. Well, I've just followed. Another theory being lazily forced in is the VACCINE, the name that I will not repeat because last time I said those words was in 2021 and I've kept getting silence for it. You all know my stance on Rona and the jab. If not, this video from 2020 will clue you in. Some of us never conformed.
Without a mask on. He's the only one. Tommy's the only one in the mall without a mask on. is the only one walking in the mall. The only one. The only one in the mall without a mask. The whole mall. Probably 10,000 people. The only idiot.
What are you going to do?
Unreal.
25. Although my stance on the jab has been very clear, I won't be a lazy propagandist like a lot of the right who've synced up with the left to become the same brand of batshit like sorority sisters fighting on their period. It wasn't the jab because he knew it was coming. Could I be any more vaccinated? It wasn't the jab because he knew it was coming. Doesn't he look a little creepy there? He looks a little creepy there. Well, he doesn't look creepy, but he does, you know, yeah, I tend to think that, I'll put it to you this way. Coming to the realization that almost every musician and artist and like bands, like they're all drug addicts and they're all heavy drinkers. And every single one of them is heavily involved in drugs. And, you know, look at the story of Elvis, look at the story of Tina Turner, you know, Ike. Like, if these people have a passion, like, if money and fame took you to drugs, I don't think it works that way. I don't think money and fame send you to drugs because you could have the best life possible. You don't really need drugs. I think that where the drugs come in, well, I think the drugs come in because they know shit. That's it. That's what I think. I think the drugs come in and they all get involved in weird sex orgies. And I think that's where the drugs come in. And I think it just opens up a world of they know shit. You know? They know shit. Like, look at the movie Taken. That shit exists. You know? Was it Taken 1 or Taken 2? Taken 1. And this, like, I believe that a lot of the shows and movies, like, they show you, it's like Hollywood shows you what's going on in the world, but because you've seen it on TV, you don't believe it. So it's like, as if, like, it's almost like they're the ones that are doing it, but they will show you. It's like there's a saying that I heard not long ago, and it's about this is the concept. It's like the concept of the devil or the concept of Satan. Like, they'll have a stand and it'll be like, let's say, orange juices. And it will say, warning, if you drink these orange juices, you will die. And then you drink the orange juice and then you die. That's what the devil does. So it's not like if you didn't know, like, warning, don't do that. Right? Like, if you didn't know, if there was no warning and you done it and then you died, that's not how the devil works. The devil tells you. So that's why I think that's why Hollywood does the movies that they do, because it's predictive programming, so that when it does happen, it's, oh no, we wouldn't be involved in that. Like, why would we even show you? But that's what I believe. I believe that a lot of these musicians and stuff, they know some shit, and that's why they're heavily into drugs, because it's fear, shame, and guilt. Here's his Instagram. Could I be any more vaccinated? Get your shot and then get your shirt. Oh my God. I'm going to try and buy that shirt. Only available for, it's only available for a limited time. 1.2 million people liked it. Oh my God. Thread 26. Although I don't think he made the Faucian bargain, I do think he made the Faustian one. Yeah, what's this? Well, that's a very strange word. I can't believe these big, heavy bangers of words this guy uses. It's okay. For those who don't know what that is, it's selling your soul to the devil. And if you haven't, please go check out the Soul Singers thread linked to the top. Faustian bargain, a pact whereby a person trades something of supreme moral or spiritual importance, such as personal values or the soul, for some worldly or material benefit, such as knowledge, power, or riches. The term refers to the legend of Faust or Faustus or Dr. Faustus, a character in German folklore and literature who agrees to surrender his soul to an evil spirit in some treatment. Mephistopheles, Mephis or Mephisto, a representative of Satan after a certain period of time in exchange for otherwise unattainable knowledge and magical powers that give him access to all the world's pleasures. A Faustian bargain is made with a power that the bargainer recognizes as evil or immoral. Faustian bargains are by their nature tragic or self-defeating for the person who makes them, because what is surrendered is ultimately fair, is ultimately far more valuable than what is obtained, whether or not the bargainer appreciates that fact. Well, yeah, I really want to know, what does it mean when they say they sold their soul to the devil? I want to literally know how do you sell your soul? Like, how do you sell your soul? That's what I want to know. Like, do they do, is it like, everyone's probably heard of like ayahuasca and stuff, and where you can go to like different dimensions and see aliens. But what if there was a drug that was so goddamn powerful that you met the devil and he took your soul? Literally. But you had to do it a certain way. Like, you have to chant. There has to be so many people in a circle. You have to do all of this type of stuff. You know, you have to wear a certain color. Like, you have to summons him in. Thread 27. If you don't believe me that he did, maybe you will listen to Perry himself. In his memoir, he clearly states, 3 weeks before the Friends audition, I got on my knees and I told God, you can do anything you want to me. Just make me famous. The words below are from his memoir. Matthew Perry said in his memoir he prayed to God to make him famous 3 weeks before his Friends audition. About 3 weeks before my audition for Friends, I was alone in my apartment on Sunset and Doheny, 10th floor. It was very small, but it had great view, of course, and I was reading in the newspaper about Charlie Sheen. Perry wrote, it said that Sheen was yet again in trouble for something, but I remember thinking, why does he care? He's famous. The actor continued, out of nowhere, I found myself getting on my knees, closing my eyes tightly and praying. I have never done this before. In his prayer, Perry said, God, you can do whatever you want to me. Just please make me famous. 3 weeks later, I got cast in Friends, and God has certainly kept his side of the bargain. But the Almighty, being the Almighty, had not forgotten the part of that prayer as well. He said, referring to his addictions and other hardships. So that was a trade-off. The most interesting part of all this is that he is clearly referencing Satan and not God. The last lines imply a debt and torture need to be paid. So why now? Why Chandler? Well, there's another story circulating that he was about to expose Hollywood. Circle back to Epstein. Thread 29. In the report below, which was circulating like crazy on conspiracy forums, there is very detailed report to back this. Report to back this. Detailed report to back this. He done 2 twos. It claims Perry was writing another memoir and 334 files are missing from his laptop. Now, I have not confirmed this and could be BS, but needs to be added.
An accidental data loss, or even a publicity stunt. The absence of the files has deepened the mystery surrounding Perry's final days and the supposed explosive content of his memoir. Authorities and cyber forensics experts are currently examining the device, trying to retrieve any deleted information and determine whether the laptop had been tampered with. Meanwhile, fans worldwide are eagerly awaiting any updates, hoping for a glimpse into the mind of the beloved actor in his final days. The intrigue surrounding Matthew Perry's missing laptop files intensified. An anonymous insider reportedly leaked that Perry had backed up his memoir elsewhere, suggesting the existence of a physical copy or another digital backup. This fueled a new wave of conspiracy theories and wild speculations, with some fans even embarking on their own amateur investigations. Meanwhile, a mysterious figure known only as JD entered the fray, claiming to have exclusive knowledge about the content of Perry's memoir. JD began releasing cryptic messages on underground forums, hinting at explosive revelations that would shake Hollywood to its core. The entertainment industry was on edge, with many celebrities privately discussing the veracity of JD's claims and their potential implications. Amidst the chaos, the Perry family issued a statement urging respect for their privacy and condemning baseless speculations. We're living through a challenging time, grappling with the loss of our beloved Matthew. We request everyone to be sensitive and avoid jumping to conclusions, the statement read. The official investigation took a dramatic turn when a renowned cybersecurity expert, Dr. Lena Martinez, announced she might have discovered a way to restore the deleted files. However, just days before her scheduled press conference, Dr. Martinez disappeared without a trace. Her office was ransacked, and her research on the Perry laptop case vanished. Of events, new evidence.
Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. The theory that holds the most water, pun intended, is the Faustian, wish I really knew how to pronounce that, bargain that he had to pay off his sacrifice. Him dying in a water is very ironic considering he is Jewish, and this could be seen as a mikvah or cleansing before passage into a new spiritual realm. Two complementary reasons emerge when contemplating the various times we are instructed to go to the mikvah, the Jewish ritual bath. The Torah prescribes going to the mikvah in order to become ritually pure after a temporary state of ritual impurity, or when a person or object changes status, such as when a non-Jew converts or when a vessel changes ownership from a non-Jew to a Jew, though not a decra from the Torah. Man, like, what are these words? Many men go to the mikvah at the end of the week in preparation for Sabbath or a holiday. A bride immerses before her wedding day, as done many grooms. All the above reasons have in common there being times of transition from one spiritual state to another. You can also hard pivot to the drowning in 3 feet of water that has become very common in a lot of the most suspicious death. Whitney's daughter, the lead singer of the Cranberries, which he signaled, Aaron Carter, Natalie Wood, Jim Morrison, and many others. Natalie Wood's drowning was not an accident. A new book's shocking findings, an exclusive excerpt from Natalie Wood, Suzanne Finster's definitive biography, which contains new details about Wood's mysterious death. I don't even know who that is. Inside the mystery of Jim Morrison's death and the disturbing theories that surround it. Well, that's it. I don't even think I don't even think they die. They obviously get smoked for some reason, and there's a part of this that means that I heard something like about musicians, right? So if you're worth more dead. So some of these record label companies, like, they'll insure you, but then they'll smoke you because your insurance is worth more. Because no autopsy was ever performed, the truth about how Jim Morrison died in his Paris bathtub at age 27 has remained murky for decades. Bobby Brown doesn't think drugs killed Whitney Houston. Aaron Carter's eerie final tweet against Kanye West has conspiracy theorists going wild. Aaron Carter's final tweet was directed a Kanye just a day. It doesn't read right. Aaron Carter's final tweet was directed at Kanye West just a day before his death. God, I thought, man, these people are giving me a hard time here. Oh, and there was one more suspicious drowning death recently. Remember when Obama's chef drowned in 8 feet of water, even though he was an amazing swimmer? And the story changed 5 times. The Obama was seen with a black eye and bandaged fingers next day. Cue Joan Rivers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice. Exclusive. Tafari Campbell paddleboarding death riddle. Cops left call log reporting Obama's private chef drowning blank and said it came from 2 miles away, as they refused to reveal who he was with on the water. Yeah. 33. Then there are the moons. You could not have a more ritualistic night than Sunday, October 28th, because it was a full moon, lunar eclipse, Halloween weekend, and blood moon. We know about this moon. Post from part 1. Here are some cinema references to blood moon sacrifices. Yeah, no, I'm not playing them. They look creepy as shit. 34. Okay, that's an interesting night to die for someone who was signaling about his impending death on social media with nothing but posts of moons and Batman. Speaking of Batman, here's another odd tie-in. Here's another odd tie-in I discovered by accident. Do you know what award nominations were that week? Gotham Awards nominations. All of Us Strangers leads with 4 nomination. Okay. 35. I'd need to do a whole other thread on the ties to the Batman movies, but the one I teased from the Soul Stingers thread is a must here. Why is Doja Cat's only TikTok post a video of her on the friend's couch? Well, this one was right in front of our face, and the tie is in clear. Doja Cat has become the newly anointed Satanist queen and recently had her ritualistic birth at her 27 Club birthday party, and everyone is freaked out by it. Her birthday, coincidentally, is 1 week before the day Perry passed. Check this demonic shit out.
You guys, we lost Doja. Did you see her theme party a few days ago? She showed up like this. And hey, check her cake. Interesting. I mean, the theme of the party is The Eyes Wide Shut, a movie from Stanley Kubrick, which was very polemic at the time, and is still today, because this movie depicts some kind of elite society who performs rituals. And apparently this kind of rituals and this entire freaking movie is related to something that actually happens in the real life. Curious enough, Stanley Kubrick died days after the release of this movie. All this happened days after Doja Cat showed up in Paris in a fashion show with the Purple Eye. I'm not saying that this is related to the Purple Eye Club, but what do you think? Did we lose Doja? Are the elites using her body? You guys, we lost Doja. Did you see her?
Now it gets deeper. Perry was a huge Batman fan. And who was Batman's Achilles heel? Catwoman. She was the evil prostitute from the streets who was his number one villain, who he then falls in love with, only to be left alone. And the stars in the Batman movie he posted about. Catwoman's evolution from villain to Batman's greatest love. Forbidden love of Batman and Catwoman. Well, the real life Black Cat or Catwoman is Doja Cat, whose only TikTok video is a scene of her on the friend's couch, looking like Satan snatching souls with the little demons, with the creepy Friends music playing in the background and a smile on her face. Yeah, this is wild. Yeah, it's weird as shit. Yeah, look at that. Yes, it gets deeper. Here is a clip from Doja Cat's newest video, Demons. Go watch the whole thing. It's batshit. Where a demon comes up from the tub. Oh, God, that's creepy. I don't even want to look at that. Where a demon comes up from the tub to kill as she raps about overdosing on drugs. God, man, that's scary. That's fucking horrible. Perry died in a hot tub. I can't explain it. Watch this fucking shit. I'm going to have nightmares. I think I'm going to have nightmares tonight. Fuck that, man. Fuck that shit. I don't even like that shit. Like, why would you fucking... why even risk it? Why, like, really, why even risk? Like, what if you do summons in a demon? 40. As if that wasn't enough, there's something very interesting about the demons on her IG post. The Friends logo has a dot between each letter, which you can say represents each of the 6 friends. Demons on Doja Cat's page has the dots too, except the first one is gone. Let's have a look. Friends. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, wow. Yeah, wow. Okay, yeah, I get it. I get what they're saying. Get what he's saying. 41. I should probably end on that note, but there was just one more creepy thing. Not one of the Friends cast made a single Instagram post about Matthew Perry after he died. They just released a lazy joint statement sending their condolences. there's a whole other thread waiting to be written about the tie-ins to the Batman movies and its symbolism of secret societies and Perry's ties, but I think I'm parried out and it's time to switch topics. Make sure to follow me for more threads coming soon. The end. As always, I'd like to go on, record stating, okay, yeah, we know that. Okay, is that it? Okay. Well, that's it. Well, look. Well, yeah, look, I don't even think that's it. Well, that's it. Show's over. Well, who knows? I was actually hoping that was going to be a little bit more revealing, but it's am I live there or what? Thought I was turned off. Anyway, that is a wrap. That's a wrap. I'm going to end on that note. And again, as always, every Saturday night, 8 p.m. live call-in show. The call feature is available. And when this thing builds up, it's going to be a call-in.